1205 East Columbus
Landlord screwed over by Section 8 tenants. Well, I'm not surprised.
Drive. Tenants just moved out. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. This is what happens when you give people a break. You see this? This is what happens when you give people anything. Give them anything. This is it right here.
Dog shit everywhere.
Oh, God! Oh,
it stops it right here.
Shit.
I haven't seen it this bad yet.
Oh, my God.
That's all food.
How can anybody live like this, first of all?
And there's kids, and there's one 7-month-old baby living here.
Oh, my God, dude. This is fucking disgusting. This is horrible. I mean, this is fucking horrible.
House has got to be gutted.
Ghost's house reveal. Fuck you guys, dude. This is fucked up. Ghost house reveal.
Had 5 dogs in this house.
5 dogs?
Right here is where the dogs just chewed the floor up.
Oh my God, they chewed the fucking floor up, for fuck's sake. I mean, look at the appliances are useless.
There's death in that refrigerator.
Oh God.
I won't open it.
Oh my God.
This right here is dog shit. They would live amongst the shit.
Oh my God.
Get it on their feet, their shoes, whatever, and wipe it off on the threshold when they walk through here.
Oh God.
Unfathomable.
Oh God.
This is where the baby stayed.
Oh God. We got to get rid of welfare, dude. We got to get rid of this shit. We got to get America back to full economy, and we need to take people off this shit, dude. Whenever you give anybody anything, they don't appreciate it. All right, pause this. Whenever you give anybody anything, they don't appreciate it. They don't fucking appreciate it. When they work for it, when they have to physically pay for it, that's when pride and appreciation starts happening. Integrity, etc. Fuck's sake.
Can't breathe. It smells so bad.
This is horrible,
go in
man.
there. It's a bathroom.
I want to be honest with you, especially after COVID. I don't even know if real estate is even a good investment anymore.
We should play Guess the Minority, whoever were those tenants.
Look, Vince McMahon, as funny as that is, I sincerely don't think that we need to guess the minority, dude. I sincerely don't think so. There is
the bathroom
dog shit
completely
everywhere.
Destroyed.
There's dog shit everywhere. Oh my
shower.
God, look at the shower, dude. Look at this fucking shower.
Incredible.
I don't even know what to say. And it looks like there's no back door, so they just kind of, oh, God. Anyway, like I said, I don't even know if it's worth even investing in real estate. And the reason I say that, all right, that's enough. Thank you very much. All right, Hitler's dick. The reason I say that is because just imagine all the folks that were not only prisoners in their own homes, but their businesses were forced to shut down and they weren't getting paid. And then you had actual state governments and municipal governments preventing landlords or people that own land from evicting these people. That's rough, dude. That is very rough. That is unprecedented in America. And that's why, sometimes, I don't even know what the hell's going on with our economy. And by the way, let me get into a little bit of markets here. Did y'all see today that the markets went down? Well, I should say yesterday on Thursday. Today, Friday, the president is going to make an announcement against China. Now, It's not going to be tariffs. What the fuck? What the hell is that, man? They better not be rioting out here. Anyway, that announcement isn't just, it's not tariffs anymore, it's sanctions. And I believe, in my opinion, I want to get everybody understanding what I think is going to happen, is that China is going to make a move on Hong Kong. And that shit should happen any minute. So if y'all think that the boogaloo that was supposed to happen with the National Guard going into Minneapolis, if y'all thought that was going to be some violent shit, you just wait until China takes control of the goddamn Hong Kong by force. And what's going to happen is this, okay? Because China's in a precarious situation. Lest we forget that the United States used to give them $500 billion in trade every fucking year. $500 billion, okay? And as a result, the Chinese got fat off that and just thought that America was just going to continue to purchase all these cheap China consumer goods at this deficit until Trump came along. And not only did Trump say we're not going to do this shit, he wanted to renegotiate the trade deals, etc. And when attempting to do that, China signed a phase 1 trade deal in January, but then all of a sudden COVID came about. All right? And that's why Trump at this point doesn't want to have anything to do with China. He's done with China. And China needs that $500 billion to survive. I mean, lest we forget that post Mao Zedong Great Leap Forward, I don't know if anybody knows this, but annually the goddamn country would increase 7% on an annual basis every fucking year in GDP. Ever since, like, post Great Leap Forward. And it hasn't been until like the past 5 or 6 years in which Trump has mostly been in office, in which they haven't been able to sustain that anymore. And now they're headed into negative territory in their GDP. And now that Trump is saying, fuck you, we don't want to purchase your goddamn goods anymore, China's very desperate. And they need ways to be able to suffice their communist government, because if they can't afford to continue to accord the lifestyle that they've given the Chinese people, because look, the Chinese people have just been accorded a lifestyle, and these metropolises within China have grown tremendously with skyscrapers, modernity, technology, etc., because of the imbalanced trade deal that the United States has had. Now, today, Trump is going to announce sanctions. And in my opinion, I think the Chinese are going to respond by going into Hong Kong by force. Now, why are they doing this now? Because China needs the money. And Hong Kong, prior to this whole China dispute over the autonomy of Hong Kong, bro, Hong Kong had more billionaires per capita than any other city in the world. Hong Kong had more fucking billionaires per capita. So what is the Chinese government going to do? They're going to take over Hong Kong. And this is what caused the riots to begin with. This is what caused Hong Kong to rise up, because China tried to incrementally pass laws that if anybody becomes a criminal in Hong Kong, they're going to be extradited and prosecuted in mainland China. And the reason China is doing this is because they need to confiscate the money from these billionaires that have made Hong Kong what it is, so that they can book them on some trumped up bullshit communist law, export them to mainland China where no one will ever hear from them again, and confiscate all their billions, just so that they can continue to suffice China's sustenance, if that. Okay? Now what's going to happen is once China forcefully takes fucking Hong Kong, Then they're going to see how the international community digests that, and then they're going to head right for Taiwan. And it's going to be Taiwan and the invasion therein that's going to attempt to goat not just us, but the international community into a conflict over Hong Kong. Because at this point, the Chinese are desperate. They know that Trump is not going to deal with them. They know that at this point, I'm sure here this morning or maybe later on, that Trump is going to announce some serious sanctions, okay, against China. And I told you all that the stock market was going to go down, even though we're seeing some optimism because the investors are seeing the country open back up. Now that they're seeing bad news, you're going to see a contraction, and you're going to continue to see that in the stock market, even going into July, when the GDP numbers come out for the second quarter and all the unemployment numbers come out for the second quarter, etc. And that's when you're going to see a major contraction in the stock market. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you millennials and Gen Zers and all you young people out there, this is your time to go in when everybody's going out, because that's what Warren Buffett, that's what made him a billionaire. He says when everybody's going out, you go in. And what's going to happen is that you're going to see a lot of bad data come out for the second quarter, and the investment community is going to react to that, and that's when you sons of bitches start investing. Now, you can have your own investment strategy, but if you want to be a very bearish investor and be safe, blue chip stocks. Okay, blue chip stocks that give you high yield dividends. Because when you buy this fucking next dip that's about to happen, you can accumulate a lot of dividend paying stocks. And you get paid dividends based upon each share that you own. Okay? And by the way, on top of that, once the third quarter, because I think that we're going to go from bad, and then when the third and fourth quarter comes out, it's just going to spike back up. Because remember, we artificially shut down the economy, and these numbers in the second quarter are going to reflect that. And the investors in the stock market are going to react to that. So anyway, I didn't mean to be so long-winded, but I would like to have everybody out there who's listening to me to make as much money as possible. And that's what's going to happen. And look, Trump is gung-ho about fucking off China, and I think it's the right thing to do. Because there is no way that China should have this much influence over the world. There should be no way that China, let alone the world, had this much influence over America. I mean, we've got CNN and MSNBC talking more favorably to China and about China and giving positive news about China than they do about the country. So this is very weird times that we're happening. Look, China is down with the globalists. I told you in 2016, if y'all recollect and go back to those archives, that Xi Jinping spoke at the 2017 Davos, Switzerland get-together by the World Economic Forum. And in that speech, Xi Jinping said that they will lead the world into globalism, and that's exactly what's happening right now. That's what's happening with all the investigations into Trump. That's what happened to the stupid COVID-19 bullshit. That's what's happening now because of this whole riots bullshit. I completely agree. I personally believe that there were fucking CIA agents out there throwing fires and doing all this shit to egg on the minorities in the name of so-called George Floyd. Okay, this is all what's happening. This is a globalist attempt at trying to take over our country. And I know that everybody is probably going to put, ghost tinfoil hat. But I'm telling you all right now, Trump is the last bastion, even though I don't agree with everything that he's doing. This is the last bastion against the globalist. It's the last attempt for United States being an autonomous nation that isn't influenced by international relations. And that's why, even though I disagree with Trump on this move with social media and things of that nature, what I do know is that Trump has thrown a wrench in the globalist infrastructure, and we should champion that. All right, Trump has proven that he loves the Constitution and encourages people to fucking practice their Second Amendment. Lest we forget that during the COVID-19 bullshit, which was a globalist attempt at trying to make Trump look incompetent, all right, during the COVID-19, not only did he tell us about hydroxychloroquine, which now the mainstream media is pretending that is a fucking bad drug, even though it's been treating shit since 1930, whatever the fuck it was, all right, on top of which he made gun stores essential. He made gun stores and gun shops essential, and he did so as a means of trying to subtly tell the people that you need to get armed, and you need to get armed fast. And I encourage every one of you, if you don't want your city to be Minneapolis, if you don't want your neighborhood to be afflicted with this type of looting and criminality and pillaging and all this other shit, I strongly advise each and every one of you to not just practice your Second Amendment, but I strongly advise you to get to know your neighbor, get to know the people in your neighborhood, get a neighborhood watch program, be very serious, at least with the men in your fucking neighborhood, just in case anything happens like this, you all will protect the women and children. You all will be the perimeter of any kind of shit like this that could potentially jeopardize the civility of your neighborhood. I'm not kidding. That's why, even if you hate your neighbor and don't like him for whatever reason, you need to eliminate those scholastic reasons, and you need to talk to your neighbor and say, look, we need to get together, and we need to have a neighborhood watch program, and at the same time, if anything like this jeopardizes the integrity of our fucking neighborhood, we need to be the first level of protection. And what I mean by a neighborhood watch program, that's what fucking George Zimmerman was, all right, when he tried to stop fucking Skittles guy over there. I don't even want to name his name. And Skittles guy decided, you know what, man, I'm going to fight you. And, he shot him. Let me tell you what George Zimmerman and the fucking neighborhood did wrong. What they did wrong, I know Trayvon Martin. I didn't want to say his name. What Zimmerman did wrong is there should have been several men, at least 2 men, 3 men at most, or 3 men plus, not even at most, the more the merrier, that should have been walking around and fucking, going out there with Zimmerman, even if they were armed, okay, so that there could be at least more eyewitnesses to the crime so that, everyone can have the same story. I mean, this is what the gangs do, folks, okay? Let's say you have a neighborhood watch program of like 3-4 guys, okay? Every fucking, or at least during the peak hours and the peak days of criminality. And you see somebody with a backpack that looks like an undesirable that walks into your hood. That's when you and your neighborhood watch buddies go up to him and say, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you in our neighborhood? This is a good neighborhood. We don't know you. And if they say anything out of the ordinary, you dispense justice with extreme prejudice. Okay? And if that fucking idiot that decided to walk through your neighborhood with the fucking backpack and looking like a fucking degenerate criminal, all right, when that idiot's on the floor bleeding and tries to say, oh, they hit me and assault me, you have more people that will vouch for you and say, this guy was acting like a nutcase, attacked this guy, and we had to dispense justice with extreme prejudice. The cops and all the people are going to fall on your side because you have more witnesses than some schmuck, all right? Some fucking schmuck who's going through your neighborhood with a fucking backpack on and probably all the goddamn criminality tools, etc. This is how we have to protect America. This is why the 50s were the 50s. All right? The 50s were the 50s because we cared about our neighbor. And the reason is because we wanted our neighbor to care about us. We protected our communities because we didn't want our community subjected to criminality, debauchery, depravity, perversion, etc. This is what we need to get back to in America, folks. And I don't mean to go off on this huge diatribe about it here at the end of the show, but I think that with all the things that we have gone through here within the past fucking half year, I think people need to understand that there is a definite attempt at trying to take away our rights. And no matter if you're Democrat or Republican, we should all fight to the death for the Constitution of America. Because the Constitution is what makes America America. And for all those people that are telling you that we need to take away the Second Amendment, and for all those people that are saying that we need to get rid of the guns, this goddamn piece of trash fucking rioting that's happening right now, not just in Minneapolis, but all over the country, should show you that the cops will not protect you and that you need to protect yourself. And that's why the Second Amendment of the Constitution was written. Not because of some fucking hunting, which is what many of these idiot fucking leftists and these people that are trying to take it away from you are saying. The Second Amendment was put there because our forefathers knew that tyranny reigned supreme when it comes to human-run government. And in case there was tyranny, we had the right to bear arms and remove a government that was tyrannical and replace it with a new one. That's the Second Amendment. Anybody else that tells you otherwise doesn't know shit, and they're taking your rights away because they want to be totalitarian freaks. Anyway, folks, look, I know I'm babbling on out here, but I think that we all need to learn at the chain of events that are happening. And you need to realize that the true criminals, if you want my opinion, are the people in Washington, D.C. That's why Trump always talks about the deep state and their cohorts in the media, and that's why Trump is always saying fake news media. You know, we keep hearing about, there's 100,000 corona deaths. There's 1,000 corona deaths. I can't believe it. 100,000 corona deaths. That is fake fucking news. Okay? That's fake fucking news. Okay? Let me show you how many fucking corona deaths there are out here, for Christ's sake. Here it is, all right? Here it is right here. Hold on, wrong fucking one. Jesus Christ, I'm always got so many.
I'd buy that for $1.
Chimp out recap, please.
Chimp out recap. All right, we'll get to that here. Hitler's dick, okay? CDC numbers right here. Put the PC shot on. Here it is right here, okay? CDC. Does everybody understand? CDC.gov. Everybody understand this? This is the daily updates of total week by state fucking death counts. Look at the provisional death counts. What does that number say right here? Fucking total death counts right here. It says 81,372. Now, the reason it says that is because the CDC has been revising its numbers. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, the mainstream media isn't reporting the official numbers by the CDC. Okay? And that's why you've been hearing, there's 100,000 dead, there's this, and there. And I've already told you all, folks, that they're counting deaths that aren't by COVID, okay? They're counting deaths that are heart attacks, cancer, blood clots. They're counting them as COVID because the same CDC that are counting these numbers, which are not 100,000, are advising the fucking medical people throughout the fucking country to, and I hate to fucking bring this up again, but here's the CDC guidance right here, all right? for what to do and to put on the death certificate. Here it is once again, CDC. I'm telling you all right now, look at the CDC. Take a look at this. Conclusion: an accurate count of the number of deaths due to COVID-19 infection, which depends on, in part, on the proper death certification, is critical to ongoing public health surveillance and response. When a death is due to COVID-19, it is likely the UCOD, which is other fucking condition acronym, and thus it should be reported on the lowest line in part 1 of the death certificate. Ideally, testing for COVID-19 should be conducted, but it is acceptable to report COVID-19 on a death certificate without this confirmation if the circumstances are compelling within a reasonable degree of certainty. Now, that means that even if you died of a fucking heart attack, okay, you died of a heart attack, but you had the, quote, symptoms as defined by the CDC before that heart attack, like it's a dry cough, and they've even added symptoms, then they can label you as COVID-19 death. So I'm just saying, folks, okay? I'm just saying this whole COVID-19 shit was an attempt by the globalists to try to put Trump in his place, put him in a rock and a hard place, and have him do their bidding. And, Trump, I have to give him credit. I mean, this guy has been able to make these attacks on him and turn it around in his face. But I think that the globalists are getting desperate at this point, and that's why I brought up the whole China thing. I think China, once Trump announces his sanctions, because this isn't fucking tariffs. This is fucking sanctions. And sanctions is what we have done to Iran right now. And that's why Iran's in a precarious situation. So if we put sanctions on China, they're going to be forced to move in on Hong Kong. And then once they move in on Hong Kong and they digest the response by the international community, which will be, in my opinion, verbal condemnation, then that's when they're going to go right into Taiwan. All right? And they're going to do so out of desperation because, lest we forget, if they can't feed their people because we're not paying them the $500 billion annually in trade deficits, then they're going to resort to goading, if not the United States, anybody into a war by invading Taiwan. And what that does, it creates a war machine, okay? It creates a war machine in which it keeps an economy going. It's a social organization. It requires people to be employed. It requires people to make weapons. It requires people to make fucking tanks and all this other bullshit. That's what got Hitler and his Germany economically prosperous, was the war machine. I mean, that's what'll bring any dwindling economy into productivity, is fucking war. Now, just because China has all these ambitions, we have India. I don't know if you've been hearing, but India is massing up troops on their border and are being rather belligerent to China. And this right here, in my opinion, could be the thorn in China's side, because China is definitely fucking goddamn afraid of India. Lest we forget, all right, these two almost went to war in 2017 over the disputed area of Bhutan, okay, until the BRICS summit, all right, and you can all remember this, the BRICS summit, which was a fucking private meeting between China and India, etc. Squash that shit, all right?
Got some good vibe music for you.
All right, great. I was just fucking talking about shit, and here you are fucking up with a goddamn donut. All right, look, I'm done. After this, I'm done, dude. All right, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sitting over here trying to fucking spark synapses, and this is what you fucking guys are more worried about. All right, let's get to Hitler's dick here. What is this? Hitler's dick in the house. And what the fuck is this? Come on, bro, Rika. By the way, amazing video on China since we're on the subject. I don't know what the hell this is. Put the PC shot on. What is this, Hitler's dick?
Hello?
What?
What the fuck?
Hello, can you hear me?
Get out of my team, okay? Get out of my team.
What is
What?
this shit?
你可能逼逼你妈他妈的用国际语言跟你沟通，你沟通不了是不是
Wait, can you
Oh,
repeat it?
these are Chinese?
I said get out of my team, okay?
You don't like me? You don't like me?
I don't like Trump, you know?
Right?
Oh
But
my
I'm not
God.
Trump.
I don't like American.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. That's great.
Because I American, you hate me?
Yep.
Oh shit.
So you are black or white?
Wait, what?
Are you
Excuse me?
first?
Oh,
Are you black?
my God.
Excuse
They're
me?
learning this shit in China?
Excuse you what?
You can't say those things, man. That's racist. You can't say those
No,
things.
no. I'm saying, are you black?
Give just a
No,
pro
no,
tip.
no. It's,
A tip.
okay, it's racist.
God, get
So
my
what?
drink.
I'm racist. 操你妈
You're racist? Dude, your friend is
I
racist.
don't like the black. So what? I don't like
what?
the black.
Yeah, but you can't say
show
that.
me? Look at Trump, okay? Look
I
at
don't
Trump.
like a black
Look at the
guy.
Trump?
Yes.
Why?
You can see the virus in his body.
Wait, what?
You can see what's wrong with you American. The Trump, he make the virus. You can
Trump
see that.
made the virus?
Yes, you can see that. It's all you American people do this, okay? It's not Chinese business, okay?
Yeah, it is. It was made in China.
Fuck you, it's American virus.
It's a
Piece of
China
shit.
virus.
You are little dog. You are little. You are
China
you are American
virus.
pig. You are no nothing. You know.
Man, you gotta calm down, man. You're making this all very personal.
I'm calm down. I'm fucking calm down.
This is what they
Alright.
think of America and China? Seriously, dude? This is fucked up.
Hello?
不是他妈的兄弟，黑鬼马上要入驻中国了，你都不知道吗？你都不知道这事儿吗？
人来中国是杨宗友那个傻屌在18年的言论。
Corona made in China. Okay?
Yes, China make the virus. Fuck you.
You guys make everything over there, even viruses.
Okay, made in China. China 牛逼 China number one.
Number one in making the virus.
Shut the fuck up, okay?
There's a lot of things made in
I mean,
China.
can you
I'm
believe
surprised
that
it
you're
didn't
getting
fall
some
apart.
realism
Shut the fuck up!
out of game correspondence? Gaming correspondence. Oh, Jesus.
I hope you
Gaming
have sick. I hope you
correspondence.
have the virus tomorrow.
All right, let me get
now,
another fucking
what?
smoke
I
here.
wish you have the virus in your home, in your wife, in your son, doctor, grandmother, cousin.
Damn, these Chinese
everything
are
you
fucking
know.
assholes.
Your wife and you little bitch have the virus. Your whole family, boom, boom, boom.
Good God.
This will be killing the people of the world, the people in the world.
The virus will kill the people in the world, but China is safe. People die, okay? People die, people die. 是的，你妈的，你他妈在美国，你他妈不买手指，你他妈现在，明天你们就他妈能染上病毒。
Look at how these
到时候可
fucking
就哭哭啼啼
Orientals
的
are
去他妈
talking
给
about
爸爸
it.
要试纸啊
Calm down.
！Don't fuck you, calm down, okay?
Calm down, okay?
操你妈的，跟我说他妈
Look
老
at
爹，
this
你是你妈了个
Oriental.
臭逼呀你！
Are you insulting me?
我说你他妈搁那说你妈的，你搁那叭叭叭，你叭叭不停了你。
You need to settle down, my
会不
friend.
会说点他妈的中文？操你妈的！弄你妈了个臭逼！你能他妈像我这样说话说那么流畅啊？我他妈能用他妈的几千个不同的文字同时问候你18辈祖宗。
The only
他妈
thing
美国也
from
在成
China
立，
right
才他妈
now.
不到200-300年的历史，撑死400年，
I mean,
操你妈的！
listen to this
你能他妈跟中国
fucking
5000年文化相比啊？
goddamn
你是你妈了个臭逼啊！
The only thing from China that's worldwide is coronavirus.
你你
China
妈了个臭逼！
virus
你他妈在美国买不着卫生纸，你他妈挺难受的吧你？
What the
天天
hell?
他妈囤枪了是吧？
Are you
臭
having a
傻逼，
stroke?
臭弟弟，嗯。
Are you having a
你
stroke?
们这帮老外这么多事儿，那帮傻子他妈能他妈回国吗？就他妈天天知道在外面欺负他妈华人啊！天天没事跑人家抢个
I
东
mean,
西。
what kind of fucking language is that? Jesus Christ. I mean, just imagine having to talk like that. I'm fucking suck a whore.
抢个这抢那的，你他
You
妈
having
除了
a
这点，你
stroke?
妈还会个啥呀？ 也就他妈美国没禁枪，我告诉你，他妈那我他妈要在美国，我他妈天天给你们干翻。
Are you having a
操你妈的
seizure right now? What's going on?
就不用你他妈我们中国出动那么些人，就东北那一旮瘩那小二麻瘤子，就他妈能把你美国干翻了，你信吗？
What's going on?
I can't believe
说话连个他妈抑扬顿挫的调你都没有，你他妈跟我说英语是他妈全世界什么的什么鸡巴通用的语言？
All right, calm down, my friend. Calm down,
你
okay?
妈了个臭逼呀！你他妈就那么一个调，你叭叭叭叭叭，26个英文字母排到最后也他妈没啥能排的吧？臭傻逼！
Oh
You
my
need to
God.
calm
你知道
down, my
你跟
friend.
你说这么被多少个评测，你知不知道啊？懂他妈知道什么叫音律吗？你知道什么叫音律吗？啊，臭傻逼！
Corona
美
made in
国人学
China.
不到这玩意儿吧？知道吗？因为你们他妈的傲慢，因为你他妈就是一帮傻逼。
Made in
因为
China.
你他妈他妈
Oriental
中妈的病毒
ramblings
他妈
here.
中国来的，中国他妈病毒从哪来的？你他妈你不知道啊？不知道
What？
回去问问你们家政府，你看见你家政府搭理你不？
Corona made in China. Okay?
啥也不懂，天天就啥也不是，你就是
Oh my God.
听不懂。
I'm telling you, I didn't realize the Chinese were such pissed off pricks. Jesus Christ, man, why don't you take the fucking chopsticks out of your ass?